Hello, sweet souls. Today, try and get out into some nature for this class. I know that's not always available, but if it's available to you, take this opportunity. Root your bare feet to the earth and breathe. Take in the fresh air. Inhale, lift your left arm up and over to the right. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm up and over towards the left. Exhale, let everything go. Inhale, come back through center. Shake off all the heavy energy that no longer serves you. Move to the front of your mat, feet hip distance apart. Feet planted on your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, slice through center. Let your head and arms hang loose. Right arm comes up, right knee bends, left leg straight. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, left arm comes up. Left knee bent, right leg straight. Come back down. Come up slightly, flat back, stretch the hamstrings, and then come back down. 4 steps out with the hands to plank. Hold here in plank, warming up the body. Hold, press up and away with your hands, look straight down in between. One knee and then the other to the mat. Sit back on your heels. Take a moment, interlace your hands behind you, open your chest to the sky, tilt your head up slightly. Stay still. Head to the left. Head down. Head to the right. Let go of your hands. Come to seated on the center of your mat, legs out in front of you. Slowly roll on downward vertebrae at a time. Tuck the tailbone, straighten your limbs out, arms by your side. Shoulder blades glued to the mat, collarbones wide. Lay still, lay here, as if you were dead. The hardest thing to do when you're feeling low is to get up and move your body. But in reality, in my personal experience, it's one of the only things that make me feel alive again. Inhale, chin to chest, roll on up slowly. Exhale, hinge back, tuck your tailbone, roll on down. Deep breaths as you move through our roll-ups and roll-downs. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, come to the mat. Inhale, chin to chest, roll on up. Fold your head into your knees, create a little cave. Thank yourself for getting yourself this far. This is the hardest part, is getting started. It's already an accomplishment to get and roll out your mat. Slowly come up, sit up tall. Every move we do will be a count of 10. I want you to count in your head as you do them. Begin to hinge back, shoulders down. Draw your left knee to chest and then straighten it out, point the toes. Ideally, counting will quiet your thoughts and bring you here to your body and to what you're doing. Last 2. Knee to chest, straighten out. Sit up, fold forward. If you lose count, that's okay. Come back to it if you want to, or let go of it. Hinge back, moving on to the right foot. Right knee to chest, straighten out, pointed toes. Hinge forward as knee comes to chest, and hinge back an inch as your leg comes forward. Look straight in front of you. Continue to count if that's helping you to clear your mind. Come up, breathe, straighten back, exhale, come to your forearms. Bring one leg and then the other to tabletop. Bring knees to chest and then straighten out in front of you. Keep your toes pointed, collarbones wide, pressing up and away with your forearms. Raise the height of your legs for modification or lower for difficulty. Last, kick out, knees to chest, hold legs in tabletop. Begin to rotate to the left, come back through center, and rotate to the right. Move slow. This is a great exercise for your waist as well as your low abs. Keep your forearms planted and your chin away from your chest. Continue taking nice big breaths. Breathing in and filling the body with space. It'll help with your movement. Notice how your body feels when you're taking bigger breaths. It allows for softer and slower movements. 3 more rotations before we stay on the left side. Kick out our right foot and move into some oblique work. Move to the left. Kick out your right foot, point your toes, right hand behind your head, elbow comes wide, your left leg will be bent, and bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale to lengthen out, exhale, draws your elbow towards your knee as your belly button draws back towards your spine. Working on our outer oblique on the right side. Twice more before we keep that right leg tucked in along with the left. Begin to lower and lift your left leg. Make sure it stays hovered above the ground. Coming into some fire hydrants. Working on our inner thigh on the left side. Keeping that top leg sturdy. Abs are engaged, forearms rooted to the mat. Begin to slowly turn back to center, one foot and then the other towards the mat. Take a moment here, recenter yourself. Begin to reach and lengthen the left foot out. Lift, lower, and then tap your toes to your ankle. Slightly turn out your foot so your inner ankle is facing the sky. We're continuing to work on our inner thighs on the left side. Our low abs are also working as well. Feel that nice stretch in your thigh as you point it out and lengthen it. Last one here before we move back to the knees in and kick out with the legs. Legs to center, lift up into tabletop, knees to chest, and then kick out on whichever diagonal works best in your body. Knees to chest, point the toes, kick out, move with control. Breathe in to the sides of your body. 3 more before we go on to the other side. I will just turn around so you can see me more clearly, but you can stay where you are. Bring your feet to center. Stay where you are, resting on your forearms. We're moving back into those rotations. Legs to tabletop, rotate to the right this time, come through center and rotate to the left. We are still working with our 10 counts. If counting was helping you and you forgot about it, move back into counting on our next move. I help it finds to focus and channel my thoughts into what I'm physically doing in this moment. Last one to the left. Come through center, stay on the right. Left leg comes out, left hand behind head, elbow to knee, working on the inner oblique on the left side now. Really stretch that left thigh out, point the toes. Inhale, lengthens you out. Exhale, draws your elbow towards your knee. Last two before we move into those fire hydrants. Let your left leg meet the right and begin to lower the right leg down, and then slowly draw it back up towards your left leg. Try not to make that right leg hit the ground. Two more before we move on. Last one. Slowly move back to center, feet come to mat. We're going to reach out the right leg, lift, lower, tap the toes to the ankle, slight turn out on that right foot, ankle to the sky. Gaze forward, heart center lifted, collarbones spread wide. It's normal to go through high and low energies, but it's amazing when you find something that helps channel those thoughts and emotions. And for me personally, moving my body helps clear stagnant energy. Last kick out. Bring your foot back to center. Ankles together, knees spread wide into a diamond. Lift the knees to chest and then slowly lower the feet to the mat. Diamond crunch. Continuing to work on our low abs. Use those abs to bring your knees towards your chest. Try not to arch your back as your legs come down. Drawing your belly down towards the mat will help not arch and protect your low back. Last diamond crunch. Feet to mat. Cross your legs slowly. Help yourself up to a seated position. Sit tall and proud. I mentioned my experience previously in hopes maybe you find some similarities. Begin to transform into a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Belly button draws up, left foot comes up, and then tap your knee to the mat, donkey kick, pointed toes. Gaze in between your hands and push up and away with your palms. Feel the tiny muscles in your glutes working. Pointed toes works different small muscles in your glutes opposed to a flexed foot. Begin to pulse. Feel the burn rise in the right glute. Last pulse. Bring your knee down to the mat. Flex your foot. Continue with the donkey kick. Working different muscles in the glutes now by switching the direction of our foot to flexed. Drive your heel to the sky, crown of your head reaching forward, long spine. Last two before we pulse. Begin to pulse, flexed foot, belly button reaches up, breathe into the sides of your body. Last pulse up, knee to mat, reach the right foot long behind you. We're going to come into some rainbows. Up and over to the left, and then up and over to the right. Toes come to each corners of the mat. This is a well-rounded glute exercise because you're moving your glutes up and down and from side to side. You're also working all three glute muscles at the same time, medius, maximus, and minimus. However, rainbows also is when the burn really starts to kick in, but you got this. Stay focused, stay connected to your body, and smile out that burn. Last two before we come down to our forearms. Last one here. Bring that knee to the mat. To your forearms, long neck, gaze in between your arms. Lift the right leg up, knee to mat, drive it back. Keep your toes pointed. Keep driving that foot back. We're almost done on this leg before we move on to the other. 3 more before we move up to the hands for some forearm push-ups. Last one, come up to your hands. Hold that foot up, tricep push-up. Continue to lift and stretch that foot behind you, creating length. Staying strong in the upper body, press into the mat with your palms. Elbows draw back behind you in a straight line. Last one. Continue to hold your leg back, flex foot, heel comes to glute, point your toes as it lengthens back out. Flex, brings it in, point, brings it out. Keep your leg at hip height as it comes out. Remember, flexed in, point out. What an accomplishment getting to your mat today. I know it took me a lot of motivation and to bring my mat and get it out into nature. I'm so thankful now as I breathe in the fresh air. Last one, bring your knees to your mat, spread them wide and sit far back towards your heels. Extend your arms out in front of you, child's pose. Let your head rest on your mat. The space is safe between your body and the earth. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to take some time for yourself. We often forget to do that. Slowly creep on up to your knees. Hands can rest on top of them. A friendly reminder to always be kind to yourself. Stay here and breathe whichever way you want. Let the wind hit your face if you're outside. Begin to move back to 4-point kneeling. I just turned around so you can see my left side more clearly. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Begin to lift the left foot up, then draw your knee down slowly. Donkey kick with the pointed foot. We'll stay here for 10, pulse it out for 10, then we'll move to flexed foot, donkey kicks for 10, and then flexed pulses for 10. Continue with the counting if that's been helping you. Pulse it out, point the toes to the sky. Micro bend in the arms, look down in between your hands. Moving on to flex donkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move slowly. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pulse it out with a flexed foot. Belly button is drawn up to protect your low back. We will move to our rainbows after our pulses. Last one. Bring your left foot long behind you. Reach up and over to the right, up and over to the left. Toes go from corner to corner, back of our mat. Working on our glutes from all angles, up, down, side to side. Feel the burn begin to rise. Gaze in between your hands. Today it was hard to push myself to be here and get on my mat, but the more I move, the more I breathe, the more I feel at ease and calm. 2 more rainbows before we move on to our forearms. Last one. Bring your knees together. Move to your forearms, and we're going to drive that left foot up towards the sky, pointed toes. With the crown of your head reaching forward, pick up the pace. Halfway till we move to our tricep push-ups. This last one. Keep your foot lifted, move to your palms, tricep push-up, keep the leg lifted as we move our forearms to the mat and then back up, gaze down, long neck, leg at hip height. Last 3 before we move on. Last one. Begin to Bend your left foot and then straighten out, point toes. Flex to bring the heel close to the glute and then point as we lengthen our foot long. Create length from the crown of the head to the tip of your toes as your leg comes out. Stretch the thigh. This is our last bit of movement for our lower body. We're going to move into some arms and then into some stretches, and then we're going to be all done for our movement today. This is 10, heel to glute, point the toes out, bring both knees to center, tabletop, sit far back on those heels, reach your arms forward, child's pose, and then reach your arms beside your body, forehead to mat, be still and breathe. Breathe into the cave you created between the spaces between your body and the mat. Inhale, feel the space in your body. Exhale, release something from your day that you no longer wish to hold on to. Slowly begin to rise, drag your hands along the mat. Sit up on your heels nice and tall. Close your eyes if that feels safe. And just stay here. Reflect on how your body feels after a bit of movement. Does it feel better? Does it feel worse? Just notice how you feel. Slowly come to the center of your mat, sitting cross-legged. We're going to move into a bit of arms. Starting with your hands in a T position, shoulders down, begin to rotate your arms forward. Fingers stretching to the side, create length. Continue to breathe, close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Focus inward. Sit up nice and tall, belly button to spine. Reverse direction, circle towards the back. Stay calm through the burn. Begin to bring your arms to cactus, elbows together, and then out wide. Feel your elbows coming together like a magnet, and as you move them back to your side, feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. Palms facing forward. Feel that energetic pull towards the center. Shoulders and ears are not friends. Create a lot of space between the two. Last elbow connection before we pulse. Stay in cactus. Pulse your fingers to the sky. Continue to keep your arms at shoulder height. This is gonna burn, but we got this. We've came this far. Last couple pulses, you got this. Begin to place your arms forward, lean back, palms behind you, lean forward, palms together, lean back, palms behind you, lean forward. Moving your torso as you move your arms stay straight. Let's connect our breath to our movement. Inhale, palms back, exhale, palms together. As we bring our palms together, draw the belly button towards the back end of your body a little more each time. Inhale, palms back, exhale, palms together as we hinge back. Inhale, chest comes forward, exhale, chest comes back. Focus on your breath and not the burn that the state of your arms are in. Keep your arms in T, palms down, little circles, you guessed it. Drop your shoulders. This is it for the day. We're finishing off. Keep the arms lifted, shoulder height. You know what we gotta do now is reverse rotation. Continue with your breath. Close your eyes. Don't let it get to you. You are almost there. Slowly bring your arms down, wiggle them about, release tension. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, drop your shoulder and reach it towards the left. Just coming into some stretches. Swing your arms back, let them go. Grab your other wrist and move your left hand towards the right. Drop your left shoulder away from your ear. Interlace your hands and bring them in front of you. Palms forward, let go. Interlace your hands behind you. Gaze down at your mat. And then slowly bring your head up. Head towards sky, come back through center, let go of your hands, place them down to your side. Inhale, lift your left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lean towards the right, gaze under your left armpit. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, lean towards the left, gaze under your right armpit, and then inhale brings it down. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, chest proud. Exhale, twist a little deeper if that's available to you. Come back through center. Right hand to left knee this time, left hand behind you. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper with the breath, and then come back through center. Begin to bring your soles of your feet together for a butterfly stretch. Place your hands on your ankles. Let your knees fall to whatever position is best in your body. Exhale, lean back, round the spine, and as you inhale, chest comes forward, curve your spine. Think seated cat-cow. Move with your breath. Now begin to lean forward, straight back. With every exhale brings you a little closer towards your feet. Your sit bones are rooted to the ground. Place your hands on your feet. Begin to give them a massage. Myself and your body thank you. It's so hard to be motivated when you feel dead inside. But moving your body, like I said previously, will help you come back to life. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, come on up. Head comes last. Bring your knees together, cross your legs. One arm and then the other across your body. Give yourself a hug. You did it. I hope you feel more alive than you did before. Enjoy your spooky season. Until next time.